Hey guys, welcome back to Exit 45. And so today I'm going to be jumping back on my C10. Not for what you think. I've been off and on messing around with this thing, trying to get that engine brake free. Nothing serious, just playing around with it. But we're going to get back on that, try to get this engine broke loose because I need to pull it out of here and get it rebuilt, put in my daughter's Jeep. And that's coming here pretty soon, right after the Thunderbird. So time to start planning a little bit ahead. Let's get at it. Let's see if this thing's ready to let go yet or not. Nope, she ain't budging. Nope. All right, I'm gonna have to let this soak a little bit more. I've already put some more stuff in. Let's just let this thing soak a little bit. Try again. Let this thing sit for a little while with some mystery oil in it. Let's see what we got. Nothing. She still doesn't want to move. All right. Don't want to damage it. Okay, well, we'll let it sit longer. So guys, I'm going to head back out to the truck here and see if I can't give it one more try to break this thing loose. Let me give it one more try, all right? All right, here we go. No, she's still unhappy with me. Oh. Nope. She ain't going nowhere. We're done asking nicely. Let's rip it out of here and tear it apart. is thick. Look at that. Piles of this crap. Digging it out. I don't want to dig too much out. I got what I needed, but I just needed to get to these bolts. Got that bolt. Come on, slide off there. All right, there you go. You see my mousie's apartment. I'm kind of a slumlord. Anyway, I should have took better care of them. All right, we got this thing buttoned up. And look at that. It's like he's at home in there. All right. Yay, Dad. All right, we got it out. And she's pretty well stripped down. There's no engine or tranny or anything left in it, so. All right, I will worry about pushing this back into its parking spot later. We got a mess to clean up in there. All right, guys, we're gonna go start tearing this thing down. Let's get this all stripped off so we can get it on the engine stand. Well, the clutch pad wasn't in terrible shape, so, but you know, been sitting a long time. Yep. All right. Other side.
Get rid of the bird's nest,
Yeah.
rat's nest.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's been sitting a while.
Look at that, guys. Told you there was a good one in there.
Surprised you ate some live mice in it.
Gosh, look at that. I'll get the top two in first.
What happened?
My video was not on, so I'm just going to get these out. And then go back in. It's all for show. Keep going. Got it.
Well, that came right off.
What?
What year is this?
63. It's coming. Here we go. And this is where I fought it last time, was getting it through this point right here. There we go. This whole engine's coming apart with just one socket. That one's gonna have to be a wrench. Leave it, I'll get it. And there you go, a little look in the lifter valley. And it's not terrible in here. I remember when I opened it up, it really wasn't that bad in here. We'll put the other side in there too. There you go. There's some primordial sludge there. Whew. I'm not putting my fingers in that. Alright. About what I expected in this one. This side here was actually in pretty good shape. Anyways, always knew it was the other side, those two cylinders. Okay guys, I'm gonna wheel this thing outside a little bit, get the hose and hose all that nasty, whatever it is out, because I don't even want to touch it. I don't know what it is. And ones are bigger. Check that out.
What you got?
That is some nasty crap right there. All right, let's get the oil pump off and then we'll start seeing if we can't get some of these cylinders or pistons out of the cylinders. There we go. Look at that. This thing's nasty inside. All right, we're gonna just get the ones that we can get to try and take as much off of this as we can so that when we turn it over and try and break this free, there's as many things are broke loose as can be. So that's what we're doing. We've already pulled the first one. The journal looks good. The bearings don't look terrible. But this is never where I felt my problem was going to be. It was always the piston rings in the cylinder and all that's just stuck.
Do we want to keep these separate?
Yes. All right, so we've got these two rod end caps. They're both off, so I'm going to see if we can't knock those pistons out the other way real quick. All right, we got that one to move. So now let's just tap it out of there. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, bearings, again, same story. They don't look terrible. The rings are not terrible, so I'm not surprised that this one came out. Okay, this was one of our problem cylinders, so this one here may be more of a problem than the other, so. All right, let's see if we can't get this one to go. I knew this one was going to be a problem.
Did it move?
No, that one don't want to go. I knew this one was going to be the problem child. This cylinder and this cylinder
Jeez.
are the problem ones. All right, I think we're going to move on from this one and get as many of these out of here as we can that will come relatively easy and just reduce it down to the ones that are problems, and then we'll go from there. Got another one. Yeah. All right, so we're going to play around with this a little bit. I got everything out that I could get to. And I think what we're going to do is Dad's going to put pressure to turn it this way, while at the same time, I'm going to be whacking on this one to push it down. Huh. All right, we're just going to keep on whacking, see if we can get it.
Something broke.
We just punched through our piston. There you go. Got chunks of piston. And then that happened while I was beating on it. So, all right, well, we're still at it. So we've got this one here almost completely out, but I can't go any further with it because this journal's in the way of it clearing and getting out of here. So we've been really whacking at this other one next to it. And to this point, it's moved very, very little, but that's it. I haven't been able to get it to move any more than that. Very little. So we're just apply maximum pressure kind of a situation. So that's what we're doing. Ooh, it moved.
Well, I felt something.
It gave. All right. It's showing signs of weakness. Keep going. All right, come on. It moved a little more.
So let's get the other one out.
Persuasion is working.
Got it out. Come on.
Look at that one. All right, we got to finish this.
You want me to keep pushing down?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yep. We still got to go further to get that one where I can get it. All right, here we go. All right, we're trying the opposite way now.
Going a whole lot faster that way.
It's moving. Here we go.
It's moving.
All right. I'm only pretending to stop and look. It's more like I'm resting. All right, let's see.
And all I'm doing is leaning.
Oh, we're almost there. Okay, we're almost where I can get the end cap off the rod, so. Hey! All right, we got the rod cap off. That one too close. All right, we're gonna rotate this back over and punch that piston out the other way. All right, let's see if we can't punch this thing out of here. All right, here we go.
Came out.
We got it. Oh, piece is falling out. There you go. We ought to be able to crank it now. Ha! Look at that. We did it.
I was kind of wondering.
There you go. Last one. So we're going to flip this thing back over, take a look at the cylinder walls and see how bad they are. And then I think we're going to be wrapping it up for today. We never got that in the truck.
No. Pushing chunks out.
Wow, this thing's filthy. I mean, they don't feel terrible, guys. I mean, this one here feels the worst, but it feels like it's dirt, grime.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm back out here. Been a few days since I've been able to get out here. Yeah, I had to work. Don't give me a hard time. Anyway, cleaned up the cylinders real quick just to take a look at them. And you can see they don't look terrible. This one here and this one here were the ones that we had the struggle with. And I was expecting a lot heavier. There's very minor pitting in here actually, so I was expecting it worse. They could use a little bit more cleaning, but they're in pretty good shape. I'm pretty surprised for, you know, an engine that's been sitting around since 75. So I'm going to strip down the rest of this, get the cam and the crank and timing set off of it, strip down the little things off of it, just get the box stripped completely down, lifters. And then I'm going to bring you back in and we'll take a closer look at the crank and the cam and see what we got there. Well, here you go. Got it all out. Bearings aren't terrible. I mean, they're worn, but you'd expect that. But what I didn't expect is that cam shaft, it wouldn't come out. And you can see, as I really had to work and beat on to get this thing to come out, shavings, it shaved. Yeah, hold it. Come on. That metal there. Shave those bearings a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what the cause of that is, but there's some damage on the cam. You can see right there. You can see right there. And that looks like probably damage from trying to get it through those journals. It would not go. I think the cam shaft may have a slight bend in it or something. So I've never had anything come out so hard. I've been working at it for probably over an hour trying to get that to come out. It would just go so far, and that was it. It would not go any further. Typically these things, once you get them loose and you get them start pulling out, they're going to come out. You'll have to fight them a little bit, but by hand, you can pull them out. I couldn't get it to move that much by hand. No matter what I did, it would lock up and I couldn't get it to turn. So I started trying to work, and I pulled the freeze plug from the back, started tapping it, to come out this way, and I got it to start moving. But the more I moved it out, the worse it got. Until I got down to the last couple, then I was able to work it out a little bit easier by hand. But I don't know, guys. That cam's no good, that's for sure. I mean, I was going to replace it anyways, but good thing is, it looks like the the crank looks pretty good. I haven't seen anything there. I haven't measured anything to see. I'll have to pull the book and see if I can't pull a few measurements just to see, what we got. And you got your caps here. And there's some wear on the bearings. Again, it's what you would expect. So, anyway, there you have it. We got it tore down. She fought me there at the end. That cam, I still can't tell you. Never had anything come out that hard. That took a lot of persuasion. Anyway, well, guys, I went ahead and decided I'd give it a quick pressure wash. Cleaned up good. I couldn't even tell that was a starter before. That was nasty. And I couldn't make this out very well either. It was so caked with garbage. But I at least have access to all the numbers. I can see if I can't figure out what kind of tranny this is, because I'm going to rebuild it and move it along to somebody. I'm not going to use it, but it'll be a good tranny for somebody. Yep. I did some pressure washing. Yep. I'm soaked and filthy. All right, guys. Help me clean up. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for this one. We did all right. Got this thing tore apart. We got it out of the truck. We got it tore apart. We got a good look at it. We got some issues. And I'm hoping that we can get this thing honed out, bored out, cleaned up. This isn't going to be anything fancy. We're not racing this thing or anything. Just needs to be a good, solid runner for my daughter's Jeep. That's all I'm looking for out of this engine. I think he can give it to us, but we'll see. Anyways, you know, I looked for the measurements on the crank and all that over here, and journals and all those things. I wasn't finding it in the book, and I just don't have time to sit and mess with that right now to look at it. I'll take care of that another time before I take it to the machine shop. Make sure that I've got something worth taking to the machine shop. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. So this here, we'll pick this back up. It'll be a while. It's going to go to the machine shop and all that, and then when we get it back, we'll go ahead and start putting this thing together. But it'll probably be a while. So we'll get back on the Thunderbird. How's that sound? All right. I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next one.